the kingdom of the parasites, and it shows instead of the evolutionary going from a ape-like creature to modern man, it degenerates downwards from Barack Obama to Michael Moore to Lenin and Stalin and then Karl Marx. Yeah, Ben Pack did that, so we've got that up on Infowars.com right now. It's really talented material if you want to check it out. We've got Bob with us till 5 after. Let's go to Mike in Tennessee. Mike, thanks for holding her on the air.
Thank you for having me. Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Hello.
I have a quick comment and a question that's related to the comment, and I'm going to have to ask Mr. Chapman to put on his intel officer hat here for just a minute, if he would. The comment is, Mr. Jones, were talking earlier about Israel's nuclear arsenal, and you may not have been meaning it this way, but it seemed to me that you were sort of saying that Israel was getting away with something, having these nuclear weapons, when they really weren't. What they did was that when it came time to sign up to the Non-Proliferation Treaty, they just said no. And they weren't the only nation.
No. I mean, you misunderstood what I was saying. Israel has always said that they don't have nukes. And in the last few years, they said, well, if we do, it's a secret. I agree. Nobody has to sign on to these United Nations treaties. And Israel shouldn't have to, and neither should Iran. My issue is I'm against a preemptive nuclear attack on Iran. That is mass murder. That is evil. I mean, look, the Nazis thought they were doing good. The communists thought they were doing good. Our country thought it was doing good, killing Native Americans. This is wrong. We can't let this happen. Our government has overthrown Iran repeatedly. BP used to literally rule Iran. It had a previous name, Anglo-American Oil, inside Iran. I mean, Iran isn't perfect, and I'm not buddies with Iran. I'm against nuking innocent countries. I'm against lying about WMDs in Iraq. And the majority of Republicans are now on record saying they were against, that now they think the Iraq war was wrong. Bob Chapman, what's your take on this?
Exactly the same as yours. That was the Anglo-Iranian Oil Company. And they're the people who overthrew Mohammad Mossadegh. And that's how the Shah came to power. That's
right. It had a bunch of different names. Aramco, Anglo-American, Anglo-Iran. I mean, BP's always changing their name, and after this latest fiasco, they'll change it again.
That's not what I'm trying to say. The only thing I'm trying to say is there's a way out of the NPT. There's Article 13. You give your 3 months notice, and you're out of the NPT. That's what North Korea did when they realized that we were actually serious about them being in the NPT and wanted to send investigators in there. They said, oh, you mean this is like serious? We actually have to be members of the NPT to the point where we have to accept your inspectors? No thanks. Okay? We're out of here. And they gave their 3 months notice and they left the NPT. So what I don't understand is why the Iranians don't just call our bluff. Why they don't just go...
Well, listen. 5 years ago, they had a soft line guy in there who had all the inspectors in. The UN said no one had ever allowed this level of inspection. They need reactors. They can only refine half the oil they need. I mean, they really want a peaceful program.
Thank you for listening to GCN. Be sure to visit GCNlive.com today.
This is Alex Jones with 5 good reasons you should consider buying a solar power generator. Number 1, new climate legislation could easily double or triple your electric bill. Number 2, our new energy czar wants to control how much power your electric company allows you to have. It's true. Total government control of electricity in the name of smart grid technology is coming. Number 3, in some areas of the country, the power grid is dangerously overloaded. And now new socialist legislation is only compounding the problem. Number 4, dangerous weather is always a threat to local grids. Every year, thousands of families lose their power from weather-related outages. Number 5, a solar power generator provides powerful backup insurance and peace of mind. Folks, I really believe in the solar power generators offered by Solutions from Science, one of my oldest sponsors. You can get more information at www.mysolarbackup.com. That's mysolarbackup.com. Remember, the government doesn't own the sun, so go to mysolarbackup.com or call 1-877-327-0365.
Waging war on corruption. Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network.
All right, at the bottom of the hour, I got a big news blitz coming up. We're going to have the sheriff on from Pinal County, Arizona, under siege with death threats. Coming up in the next segment schedule, we had, of course, some other interesting guests on earlier in the transmission, like Ted Nugent today. Last segment with Bob Chapman taking phone calls. Jamie in Ohio, you're on the air. Go ahead. Quick question, Jamie.
Hey, buddy. For one, I just got to say, liberty or death, my friend. And you are a true patriot, and I appreciate you 100%.
Well, I appreciate you.
My thing is you know, actually what we're talking about with all this is going on with our borders and all that, you know, this is a strategic plan. Make no mistake about it, people. This is not an accident. This is an overthrow. This is to merge Mexico with Canada and the U.S., just like they set up back in the Bush administration. You know, and this is just a prelude of that. If you look at it logically, that's what's going on right now. They're holding back the people of Arizona, the great people trying to save themselves out there, holding them back, not allowing them to protect themselves, and putting a hole in their net there, you know, in our border, putting a strategic hole in there to let them come in, because that is the plan of this administration. And also with what's going to go on with the national ID card, they're going to end up instituting that under immigration laws, trust me.
No, they've said that. I mean, we already have it as the national ID card. You're just going to have it to have a job, and the illegals are all just going to be legalized. I mean, that's the plan. It does fix the problem because no one is illegal, and then they come in, they all get welfare, and the country goes bankrupt, which is the strategic banking plan. Bob Chapman.
Oh, I think you're both absolutely correct. And I see that they have a fund to help Arizona finance the challenge from the federal government on the legislative action that they took.
Yeah, it raised $500,000 in one day.
That's right. And I just put in my publication for tomorrow, if you can, help them. Because, you know, they're standing in there for all Americans. 90% of Americans are against what's going on, illegal immigration-wise in Washington, and everybody should give them their help. And it's on the Internet. I can't remember what the...
No, it's all over the news. The AP's reporting on it as well. I appreciate your call. Great points, Jamie. Last caller for Bob. I'll get to Wyatt and Brian before the show ends if they can hold, but let's go to Mark in Pennsylvania. You're on the air with Bob Chapman.
Thank you. I'd like to, in response to, you asked last week what people were going to do for the 4th. I cracked the books, and I watched the video about John Adams. I went to Monticello. Okay, Jefferson was a genius. The deal about them, if they take over the money, it's more powerful than standing armies. Not long ago, I recently met a man who works at the Mint. Now, I don't know if Bob Chapman is aware of this, but our mints actually make more than just the American dollar. They print and mint coins and dollars for different countries around the world. So there's all this talk about the budget this, the budget that, the amount of money they spend here, and that's a lot of drama, because for these guys, for these tyrants, they have Aladdin's lamp. They have as much funny money as they want to print.
That's a great analogy. And they sell us stuff that they know is worthless to destroy us, and we have their own documents. And that's a great point. They have Aladdin's lamp, and it's a fraud. It'd be like Madoff sold 100 and something billion of fake stuff. These guys sell thousands of trillions of fake stuff, and we just bow down and say, everything's yours. Bob Chapman comments on that great point.
Boy, I love it. And when I heard him say it, it just clicked like it did for you. But there are a number of mints throughout the world who specialize in making currencies, and in both in coin as well as paper for many other countries. So it's not unusual for a large mint to make specie for other countries.
All right, we're out of time, Bob. I look forward to seeing you again next week. Watch your 6, and I know I will as well. God bless you.
Same to you, and thanks, y'all, for listening.
You bet.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. We've got Sheriff Paul Babeu, Pinal County Arizona Sheriff joining us coming up. A ton of news and your phone call straight ahead. 1-800-259-9231. We'll be right back on this live Friday edition, final hour. Hello, friends. This is Alex Jones. You've heard me talk about Cal-Ben 5-star soaps for years. This is an American-made product of the highest quality and compares to nothing you will find in stores. You can buy factory direct, shipped via UPS right to your door. Check them out on the web at 5starsoap.com or call 800-340-7091. Take my word for it. Once you've used Pure Soap, you won't buy anything else. Since 1947, Cal-Ben Soap Company has been showing consumers that soap can be tough on dirt and gentle on the environment. Buy American and stay clean, as well as support InfoWars.